Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Got it.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Shit. Slam. Bang, 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 bang.
They begin with Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check. What? Squeeze. Shoot.
They'll run with Henry. And an alley to run. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 30. They had trouble stopping the run last week at a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Henry. About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Watch out. Rock it. Check. Lucky. Yep. Lucky. Joker. Nice.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And some room to roam now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
54, line 54.
And ready.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 31. Slam.
Hey, wahoo. Get it.
To throw on second down. Street toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Double tight. 80 weapon. Hey, check. 3 down. Check. Hey, zoo. Hot. Check 24.
Back to throw. Street. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, exit. One set. Check Mike 54. Check that out. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Street. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Street. He gets it to Cooks. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw again. Street. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on third and long. Street looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're...
He's got daylight. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
On the ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Hey, Delta.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. In your face.
5.
Looking to throw on second down. Street. And that's complete to Cooks. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Eagles 14, Redskins 3.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Ready.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
What we got?
Hey, Alpha.
Check 52's the mic. Check 50.
Hey, lock it.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Kill. Switch.
Hey, Echo.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 52.
Get it.
52.
To throw on second down. Street. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wheeler.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
7.
Looking to throw. Street. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Ready up.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. 52's the mic.
Back to throw. Street.
Let's go.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey,
2nd and 6. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
First down and goal to go at the 4-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Go!
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Winslow. And it's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 1-yard gains are trending. The same result on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Street. And that will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Redskins send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. In a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Street setting up the screen for Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Let's put him on the punt.
Now.
Let's put that team on the punt.
On the ball. Go.
On first down, Street. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Street. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the pass.
On third down, Street. This is caught. It's Cooks. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 24 yards. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go. Let's go now.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Smooth.
Mike 52. Mike 52. I'm coming.
Throwing again. Street. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Back to throw. Street, the attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Street, and Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Street. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Throw left side, complete. It's Wheeler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. 90, Wolf.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Street. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready, ready. 60 or.
I'm coming after you.
Hey. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Winslow. Wide open receiver, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Got it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
61, match now.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
5. Ready?
On first and 10, Street. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Chopper!
Here's a second and 7. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
On the ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Here we go.
Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, this is Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Geis with the carry on second down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 21-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
X3, 2-18, chop.
He's coming.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, this game's over.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Street. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wheeler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
They're running it. Check 13. Check 13.
Hey, Delta.
52's the mark.
Throwing on first down. Street. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Set, ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Rock it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check your hot read.
Hey, lock it.
Second and long. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Look at me. Go. Hurry.
On first down, Winslow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Geis alone in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Philadelphia, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.